Roberto Nelson right now playing without a shoe. You see him over on the far side of the floor with a black sock. There he is shooting without a shoe. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
Hey, I don't know if this is a fashion statement or what, but he's going to have all the kids watching this game right now wanting to do the one shoe.
Oregon State has their own Shoeless Joe.
This is one of those moments where you're asking yourself, is this really happening?
Collier with the steal. There's been no style. Nelson still playing without a right shoe.
Oh, he's got to shoot again. He's got to shoot again.
Here he is. Got it! Unbelievable! I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Oregon State on a 10-2 run, and Roberto Nelson cans 2 threes without a right shoe. Here's the first one. Nothing but net. And likewise on number 2. Do you believe that, Lamar? He hits 2 threes without a right shoe. Yeah, have you ever seen a player play any time at all in the college basketball game without a shoe, let alone hitting 2 threes?
No, not in real basketball. At the playground pickup, you might see something like that, but not in a televised Pac-12 conference game. I can't lie to you. I wanted to try that before, but my mom wouldn't let me play without shoes on.
Hey, I think Nike has a new ad slogan. It's got to be the shoe.
Got to be the shoe. The shoe.
What does Oregon State do here defensively after that bucket to get the stop?
You stay solid. You got to watch Aaron Bright. He's a scorer coming off the screens.
Stark sticks with him right there.
That's a big shot. If I'm Oregon State, I wouldn't play that any differently. You were solid. Powell hits just a big shot.
And the foul called on Aaron Bright as Starks drove around the Angus Brandt pick. And for Bright, his second.
Oregon State kept people in front of him. Eric Moreland is solid. That's just a nice hook shot. I mean, there's nothing you really could have done other than double teaming him. And the scouting report is not to double team Powell. So Powell makes Oregon State pay.
Now we know Ahmad Starks, a 92% free throw shooter. He had a streak of 20 straight broken at Washington State. We've also talked about him being fatigued. And can that affect your free throw shooting?
It definitely can.
One more to time. Cunningham had tape on his fingers applied by Tom Fragoso, and he's holding the fingers by. How do you shoot with 2 fingers taped together like that?
When there's a minute and 20 seconds left and you're playing Stanford and you need this win to go 2-2, you don't even realize your fingers are taped.
Does that stop you from shooting outside?
No.
Instead, you take it to the rack.
No. When you're your team's leading scorer, you got to get whatever shots you got.
The sophomore Starks, Camden Burk. We're tied at 76. Can Stanford win a shootout like this? Johnny Dawkins wants to talk about it. Stanford gave up the most points they've given up all year in the 78-67 loss at Oregon on Thursday. And it's likely that will be broken. Oregon State certainly hopes it will. But how does Stanford, a team that is so defense-oriented, win more of a shootout than they're used to?
They're just solid, Rich. They're solid. They're a team that can play several types of ways. So even though that they don't game plan to play a track meet, so to speak, if the occasion calls for that, they're capable of doing that. And they've withstood Oregon State's runs. They've withstood the pressure defense in the first half. Aaron Bright made some tough shots. Gage made some tough shots, and now they're in here at the end.
Well, time now for our Northwest Buick GNC game recap. And with this game tied at 76 with a minute 12 to go. And to look at some of the numbers from this one between Oregon State and Stanford. OSU shooting it at 51%. Stanford's 45%. Oregon State among the leaders in the nation in field goal percentage, better than 50 for the year. Powell almost threw an errant pass. Jarrett Mann ran it down. 14 to shoot. Good job by Brent to hedge the screen. 6 to to shoot. Owens. Out of bounds to Stanford. And a new 35. Yep. Okay, Lamar. You're Johnny Dawkins. You're Craig Robinson. Take me inside each huddle. What are you talking about right now?
If I'm Johnny Dawkins, I'm trying to get the ball down low eventually. I'm trying to go to Josh Owens, and here's the reason why. Right now, Oregon State is outplaying defense 25, 30 feet from the basket. So Stanford will have driving lanes. They'll have direct passing lanes into the paint. I don't expect Oregon State to double team. And so I'm trying to get the ball down there. And if I'm Craig Robinson on his defensive possession, I'm saying, hey, let's watch out for Aaron Bright. Let's watch out for Josh Owens. Those are Stanford's 2 leading scorers. That's who Johnny Dawkins is drawing the play up for right now.
If you're Dawkins, do you give the ball to Bright to begin with and then see if he can drive and find Owens?
Well, I would go to Jared Mann and I would run Aaron Bright off some screens. I would try to get Aaron Bright catching the ball on the perimeter. The risk you take there is if Jared Mann, is he capable of withstanding Oregon State's pressure?
Which you'd have to believe he is.
Yeah, you do. He's a senior. You got to ride him out. I would roll the dice in his favor right now.
Right to inbound it. You wanted Powell flashing into the lane. Owens won't take the 3.
Well, Stanford's not going to take any quick shot here. They're going to take their time and get what they want.
Shot clock 10 seconds ahead of the game clock. Here's Bright. Mann, Powell. Forced it. Rebound. Owens blocked by Moreland. His career high 6. Grant comes down with it. It'll go Oregon State's way. Foul is against Dwight Powell.
That's just not a smart play, and Powell gets a good look. Eric Moreland, we've seen him do this. We saw him do it against Texas at the end of the game. Big blocks. I think there Powell just got caught up in a moment. He missed the easy shot. Kind of got caught up in a play, but Eric Moreland saves the day.
Angus Brandt, 67% are coming in, 2 of 2 tonight.
One more.
As a free throw shooter here, how do you calm yourself, Lamar?
Rich, there's really no rhyme or reason. There's no method. You put in work. Angus Brandt is the first guy for Oregon State every day to come up here and shoot before games. And you just got to believe in it.
He missed them both. Tie game, 20 seconds left. Let's watch.
Aaron Bright has to shoot the ball.
Dwight Powell. Josh Owens for the win. If it counts, it's over. And the officials are going to talk about it.
Looks like they're going to count it.
No basket. No basket, says Michael Reed. Can you believe that? What an amazing night at Gill Coliseum on a night where we had a player hit 2 threes while he was missing his right shoe. We have a game that will go to overtime because of a millisecond where Josh Owens had the ball on his finger.
Man, Michael Reed, the referee, just pump faked me. I thought he said basket was good, Rich. I mean, I want to see a good game too, but you know I'm a Beaver at heart.
All right, the clock is delayed by the TV gear, so the red light on the backboard is the true measure of whether or not Owens was still touching it. And so we'll have one more look. Watch the red light around the basket. Yep. And congrats to Messrs. Reed, Brill, and Spalding. They got the call right.
That was a great call.
Josh Eustace, the 50% are coming in, the sophomore from Great Falls, Montana. One more. 2-point lead. Here's Ahmad Starks, and timeout taken by Oregon State. They'll have 2.5 seconds left, and they will have to go about 65 feet. Craig Robinson says it is a full timeout. All right, Lamar, design the play.
I'm designing a play to get a 2, first of all. I'll take the 5th overtime. I'm at home. If this is on the road, then yeah, maybe I'll try to go for the win. So I expect Oregon State with 2.5 to try to inbound the ball somewhere inside the 3-point arc. If you throw it outside the 3-point arc, somebody's going to have to jack up a 3-pointer. That's not the shot you want. Throwing up to Devon Collier would be a good option. Going away from Josh Owens would be a good option. So if they come out of this break and Josh Owens is guarding Collier, then you won't have that option to just throw the ball up because Josh Owens can go up there and steal that. That's why you also have Moreland. You got Angus Brent. You have some other options. I expect to see the ball somehow go up to one of those guys.
So if you're Stanford, what do you do to counter that?
You just got to play strong. You can't get moved out of the way. If Moreland or Collier, Brant try to establish position, you try to bump them off their position without fouling them. But you got to also remember, Oregon State has a player, number 1, Jared Cunningham, that could also be a very good option. Just with his fatigue, you don't know. You don't know what he's capable of doing right now.
Burton will inbound it. Collier's not on the floor. Starks, Nelson, Brant, and Cunningham are, along with the inbound passer, Joe Burton.
Expect Angus Brant to go screen for Jared Cunningham, which he does.
Here's Roberto Nelson for the win!